ladies and gentlemen, the road to endings continues. So, we have managed to get past the story lock without knowing there was a story lock. But we are going to have to go back and betray Tenmyoji later, unfortunately. But we get to go through one of the white doors to see what lies beyond it. And this time, not everyone is dead. The only one who's dead this time is Alice, but that's nothing new. That's happened like, what, how many times now? More than 3? Whatever, it doesn't matter at this point. I don't care anymore. Anyway, so we need to grab Quark because he's the other member of our pair, while Sigma, for once, is a solo. So that's interesting.
You're awake.
Yeah, I just woke up. Hey, where's everybody else?
Oh God, Quark.
Tenmyoji's entire body shook with emotion as he drew closer to him. He cautiously laid a trembling hand on the boy's shoulder, almost as if he were afraid Quark would disappear in a puff of smoke the moment he was touched. When Quark proved to indeed be corporeal, Tenmyoji let out a cry and threw his arms around him.
What's wrong? Are you okay, Grandpa?
It's nothing. Nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
But...
Quark gave him a puzzled look. Tenmyoji didn't even notice. His face was a mixture of happiness and relief, and I could see tears twinkling from the wrinkled corners of his eyes. All trace of his usual gruff stoicism had vanished. I didn't want to interrupt such a happy reunion, but we were running out of time. Still, Tenmyoji deserved a few minutes. I left him alone. At last, Tenmyoji seemed to recover, and shifted from an embrace to a protective arm around the shoulder.
So, how are you feeling?
Feeling? Well, okay, I guess. Was I sick or something?
Yes?
No. You're not sick. If you feel fine, then you're fine.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I should never have gotten you involved in all this.
I'm still wondering that. Why is Quark even here? He's a kid. This is a game where people are literally committing suicide. Why is a kid involved in this?
What are you apologizing for?
I'm sorry.
You're doing it again. Are you sure you're okay? So, where's everybody else? Mr. Sigma's here, but he's just been standing there looking kind of silly.
I gave him a nervous smile and explained about the white doors. I got the feeling Tenmyoji didn't want Quark to know about Radical 6, so I avoided any mention of it. Alice's death was something I also left for later.
Okay, that makes sense. That means I'm on a team with you guys, right?
Yep.
Right.
So, these white doors, when are they gonna open?
Very soon. Well, we got about 4 minutes until the primary doors open.
Oh, that's not good. We need to hurry, come on! How do we get to the Floor B warehouse?
Okay, we're going.
Follow me. And off we go on our long journey to the 4B warehouse. Can't skip this, by the way, so you have to watch this whole sequence every time. Like, honestly, this is one of the low points of the game. Having to constantly rewatch this sequence over and over and over and over and over again. Continuously. Alright, Warehouse B. Hopefully Quark doesn't question where Alice is, so he'll always reflect. Alright, it's time. So which door are we taking?
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
You're late.
Shut up.
Where the hell have you been? Quark?
You're awake.
Oh my god, the game is having like an F. So low for some reason. Give me a second. I have a bunch of Twitch tabs open on Firefox. Let me just close some of these, so give me just a moment. Alright, let's see if that fixes it. I've closed a bunch of tabs, so hopefully that worked.
And fully recovered, apparently.
I am also relieved to see you well again.
Me too.
Well, wait a minute. What are you talking about?
I looked out at the others from behind Quark and held a warning finger up to my lips. There were a few momentarily raised eyebrows and some nervous coughing as everyone suddenly fell silent.
Huh?
From Quark's perspective, it must have seemed especially odd.
Anyway, there isn't any time left. We need to hurry.
But there are 3 doors.
Which team goes in which door?
All of the doors are identical for this round. I believe it doesn't matter which team uses which door.
Then we're taking the one in the middle.
Why that one?
You want a kill shot, you aim for the center. You're more likely to just miss the extremities.
That logic is flawed and more than slightly disturbing. Unfortunately, I don't really have a counter-argument, so center door it is. I suppose we could go with the one on the left. Is that okay? I mean, we could go with the other one if you want.
Kay and Clover only nodded.
Well, there's only one left.
The door on the right.
Any objections? All right, let's move.
30 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
I'm surprised that Quark didn't question where Alice is.
Hurry it up, Phi. This thing's gonna close.
I know.
It's time we were going as well.
Right. Sure.
Come on, guys. There's no time to waste.
Right behind you.
Let's go.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
The director's office. Wait, we were here before. What the fuck? Why is there a balloon? And there's the computer before. What's this place?
Probably the office of whoever it is that's running this place.
It said director's office on the door.
So this might be Zero Senior's office.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Well, which is it?
Why the hell would I know?
We should look around. If this really is Zero Senior's room, there might be some clues.
Yeah, you got a point. Let's get started then. Alright. Let's see. So, first things first, what the heck is... Why is there a balloon? I don't need a balloon. I'm not kid. Really? How old are you? 20. Yeah, sure you are. Well, but yeah, why is there a random balloon? A globe. Okay. We are not getting that anytime soon. So what's this? One of the train machines you late night infomercials? A facial recognition device. I'm in the salvage business. Every so often see why these babies show up. A key. Okay. So there's the obvious computer. What's this? A business card holder. Place the business cards in the correct order. What the hell? Well, I don't really know. Right. Of course, that's locked. A diamond-shaped hole. Then there's the computer, which I don't think we can use. A lion eating a hamburger. Keyboard doesn't seem to be working. Huh. Why is it that we can use the computer in Lunar's route, though? Alright, let's see. What's this? Historical Adventure Saga. Literary Analyses. Philosophy books. Oh no, we gotta do something with those. What's this? Cheap brandy. Alcohol this bad shouldn't even exist. Cheap brandy. What if we put the globe here? And another tablet, which we need a battery for. Looks like there's this, like, red line here. There's one up here, too. An outlet up there. So put something into it. Why don't I have anything to put into it? Alright, what do we got over here then? Nope. But then there's this. A slingshot and a short spear. This in the helmet. Headless suit of armor with red paint on it. Alright, so can I open up this? Is this what the globe is for? Oh. So we just put the cheap brandy on here. A parallelogram. So I'm assuming we take this with us. Expensive brandy, and there's a mark on this too. So I'm guessing this goes over here. Yeah, substitute the red section of the wall. We also have those books. No. Alright, so what's this thing then? Alright, what is it this time? Oh, no. Wait, we don't have a solution for this one, though. So I don't even know what we're supposed to do for this one. The globe? What about it? I glued a piece of paper to it. World map. Ah, okay. Alright, let's see. So, yellow to purple. White to blue. Hold on, though. Red to green. Oh, I already screwed it up. White to blue. And then yellow to... fuck me. Yellow to purple. Blue to white. Red to green. Okay, hold on. White to blue. There we go. Alright, what do we got? A deer with marks on it. A bind deer. A mounted deer with 3 red marks on it. Alright, 2 pegs that we can put up, and then a binder. 1 piece Page 1 of the business archive instruction. Oh, it has both pages. Okay. Bob, Chris, John. Okay. The women are requesting the following positions. Carol likes being on the left. Anne prefers to be near Bob. Ellen would like to be above Anne. Sophie likes to be on the very right. Katie likes to be next to Michael. Alright, well, let's deal with the deer first, which we probably put up here. E. So we have an E. We have a fucking random balloon. Alright, let's deal with these business card records. So let's see. Bob is on the top left. Chris is in the middle. John is next to Chris. Ian is below John. Michael is in the bottom middle. And Tony is on the second row. Right here. Carol likes being on the left. So we can put Carol right here, I guess. Anne prefers to be near Bob. Ellen would like to be above Anne. Well, that's a problem then, because Bob is in a set spot. Sophie would like to be on the very right. Kate likes to be next to Michael. Okay, it's next to Michael. Wait a minute. 338. Hold. These make numbers, so we have to arrange them in such a way that we can make something. I keep doing the wrong thing. I keep doing the wrong. Let's do that real quick. Let's see what happens. Carol likes being on the left. Anne wants to be near Bob. Owen wants to be above Anne. Sophie would like to be on the very right. Kate wants to be next to Michael. What? I moved them, but it didn't change. Wait, I haven't read through the books. We have these books I didn't look at. We also have a short spear. Oh, hold it. For a key. Which probably goes to this thing. Alright, so can we use it now? Give it a face to look at. Gender mismatch. We just work up like a girl. Oh, yeah, that in his pocket. The picture. Oh! It worked! So, what is that picture of? So, who's this girl? Wait a minute! That's a Connie! picture of Akane as a kid! Her name is Akane Kurashiki. Been looking for her for a long time. Why? She's his first love. Huh, that's kind of suspicious. You talk to it. He talks to the picture. That's suspicious. Once again, what the fuck is up with this balloon? We also got this helmet. Anything in it? No. Whoa, what the? Hold it. We have a slingshot. Why is there a target on a balloon? Alright, do we... What? Oh, we don't have any left. With mine bullets? Oh, we're just gonna use the key. Alright, so what do we got? I pop in the balloon. Can I not check it? Or do I have to be in the chair? E. Alright, let's put the helmet on this first. An L. Alright, so I'm guessing we have to use the books on this bookshelf. Let's see. Alright, anything else I can look at? No, doesn't look like it. Alright, like this. And like this. No. Right, we never figured out what this thing is. Can I do something with that? What do I have? No. There's this thing. Please wait. Okay, we can't do anything with that. Let's just leave those there for now. You know, I think I'm going to go with the route of looking for what I'm supposed to do about this mess. So give me just a second. Alright. Shameless looking up the answer. Healthy like this. Book. Two, 334 looks like. There you go. Three, 4. Three, 4. Alright, so I did that. Can we do something with this now? So what is there left? An H, an E, and an L. Do I have anything else besides this tablet? Okay. So anything else? No. Is there anything else in here? No. I mean, there's this thing right here, but I can't check that. Oh, it's a lever. P. And there's the battery. Okay, there we go. Alright, back we go. Alright, so with this tablet, enter a 4-digit password. Well, we have the letters. We have an H, an E, an L, and a P, so obviously that spells help. Alright, that is our way out. Alright, I have to examine it. Moon, moon, star. But now we have this part. Move or rotate the triangles and squares to get the shape you need. Okay. Oh god, what the hell is this? This is for the other thing. So alright. Create a parallelogram. Okay, can I rotate? Oh my god. It's pretty finicky. It only turns to certain angles. Oh my god. Can I actually just type in it? Yo, that's the funny thing. I have the page pulled up. I can just type in the answer anyway. Fuck that puzzle. I don't want to spend like 500 years on that. Alright, so what are we getting for a file? Moon, star, sun. Alright, so moon here, star here, sun here. Never mind. Wrong direction. Star here, sun here. Alright, file time! What do we got? The safe for the rector's office. Secret. Oh my god. Sun, moon, star keys, slingshot, test site mystery, termite, have a nice blah blah, conjunction, and 10 emojis picture. 3 different types of keys generally used in the safes in each room and used to open the AB gate. Without them, you can't open the AB gate to play the AB game, which means you can't gain BP. In other words, getting one of these cards is the first step in your escape. The sun key is used during the first round, the moon key for the second, and the star key for the third. An elementary device that uses rubber to launch a small projectile, frequently used by adolescent ne'er-do-wells, can be used as a necklace, but this is not recommended. The site in question was for a simulated manned mission to Mars held in the Nevada desert. On New Year's Eve 2028, the audio logs in the simulation contained a woman's voice, assuming one of the test subjects, saying the following: 6 of us are dead. Counting myself, there are only 3 left. I guess you could say that I killed them. No, that's not quite right. Not just them. Not just these 6. All of them. All 6 billion. More evidence seems to suggest this was the beginning of the Radical 6 outbreak, and that Nevada facility was the epicenter of the pandemic. Termites. A general term used to refer to insects in the epifamily of of the cockroach order Blatodia. That's right, even though they're sometimes called white ants, termites aren't even in the same family as ants. They're in the cockroach family instead. Also, king crabs are in the hermit crab order, and the remora is in the Perciformes order. Words the hero of the third says before he leaves. There are a few variations. Have a nice trouble, have a nice tragedy, have a nice trust. A term used in positional astronomy. Put simply, it means that when 2 celestial bodies appear near one another in the sky. When used in the context of our solar system, it often refers to a position when given a certain celestial body is aligned with the sun. For example, when Mars is on the opposite side of the sun from Earth, it's considered to be in conjunction with Earth. Mercury and Venus, which orbit closer to the sun than the Earth does, have 2 types of conjunction. When they are hidden on the other side of the sun, this is referred to as superior conjunction. When they are lined up on the near side of the sun, it's called inferior conjunction. This is the photograph that Tenmyoji was holding. The subject is a girl named Akane Kurashiki. Akane was one of the people who appeared in this game's sister title, 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors, as a childhood friend of Junpei, that title's main character. In 999, she was 21 years old. This picture was taken 9 years before then, when she was 12. Look at the left side of the picture. Yeah. If you look closely, it almost looks like there is a man grinning in the background. Wait, there is? I can't see it because of the fucking text. Do you see him? Don't worry if it seems a little strange. A spirit medium is told that the person in this picture is a guardian spirit who's looking after her. He must have shown up here because he heard what sort of destiny she had in store and decided to see how she was doing. That's weird. Okay. So, let's get the fuck out of here. So, Moon Star. Alright. We're out of here. Got our cards and our key. Alright. And our key. So, coming up, the BP situation is kind of straightforward. Tenmyoji and Quark both have 8 points. No matter what, Sigma can't get anywhere close to 9 without them getting 9. But, let's get out of here. We'll deal with that situation when we deal with it. So where does this even take us? What's that down there? Do we just go in a circle? Wow, that was a whole lot of nothing.
No!
What?
Damn it!
What's wrong?
I left something in the director's office.
The picture?
What was it?
The picture. Ugh, how could I forget it?
Oh yeah, we must have set it down after using the face recognition thing.
Yeah. I'm going back. You two go on ahead to the warehouse.
I want to come with you.
Me too.
Nah, that's fine. Why don't you head back to the warehouse, Sigma? The others are probably already waiting.
Alright. I'll see you two later then.
Right.
Bye, Mr. Sigma.
I watched them jog off towards the blue door. And then they were gone. Guess I should be getting back then. I swear to God, there's a pile of corpses when we come back. I'm gonna be so pissed. Alright, back we go. All the way to the warehouse. Real shame about Alice, though. You know, maybe one day she'll not be dead. I stepped into the warehouse to find all the other teams already there. Kay and Luna, Phi and Clover, and Dio. The moment Dio spied me, he dashed over to the rightmost AB room and slid his card through the reader. Of course he did, this fucking bastard. Doesn't hesitate for a second, does he?
An ambidex gate has been opened.
Real quick. Oh no! We have to choose? Our choice doesn't even matter! What the hell is this? There's another section too! This is actually longer than Luna's. Wow, I'm shocked.
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
As he turned to look at me, I swore I saw a flash of a smug grin.
There. Happy? This time I waited for you to get back before I opened it.
You didn't wait for everyone to get back.
See? I can be considerate.
No, you can't. Shut up. But Tenmyoji and Quark aren't here.
Yeah, where are they?
I guess they forgot something back in the room we found. They ran back to grab it real quick.
And they'll be here in a few minutes. No big deal.
While we waited, we exchanged information about the rooms we'd investigated. Unfortunately, none of it seemed very useful. None of us had found anything, and we were no closer to unraveling any of the increasing number of mysteries we were faced with. With that discussion exhausted, we sat down to wait. Before long, 20 minutes had passed since Dio opened the door, and Tenmyoji and Quark were nowhere in sight.
Don't you think they're taking a little long?
Yes, I'm getting worried. What if something happened to them?
I'll go have a look.
Then I shall accompany you.
Nah, I'll be fine by myself. It's not that far away.
Just don't look into the abyss too long, or you might become a monster.
I don't think... Okay. Look, I'm just going to the director's office. I'll be right back. No big deal. Right. See you guys later. I gave a quick goodbye wave and stepped out of the warehouse. Yeah, that's kind of suspicious. Why have they not come back? You'd think it should be a real back and forth. Go grab the picture and come back. Oh my god, they actually skipped the fucking elevator part. Thank god. I swear there better not be a fucking corpse in here. Huh? That's odd. There's nobody here. The picture's gone, though. Tenmyoji and Quark must have been here there then. Yeah, but where are they? I laid out the 4B map. They must have taken the door that faces the warehouse. After that, they probably went through the warehouse and out the blue door to the elevator. Yeah, that's a much shorter route. On the other hand, I came through the red door, which is kind of the long way around. Huh. Looks like we managed to miss each other. Perfectly. Ugh. Well, this was a huge waste of time. Shoot. Might as well head back, I suppose. I packed up the map and was headed towards the door when... Huh? There was a light on where there hadn't been a light before. What? Why is that thing on? We messed with it earlier, but nothing seemed to work. I felt a sudden wave of inexplicable, nauseating dread. The light stared at me. I swallowed and edged cautiously towards it. The machine was in arm's reach now. I stretched my hand out towards it, slowly. What the?
So, you finally made it.
What? No. You're...
I am Zero.
What?
I was the one who brought you here. You undoubtedly have as many questions for me as there are stars in the sky. As you can see, however, this is only a recording. I will therefore be unable to directly answer any questions. Ask if you wish, but I cannot respond.
Ugh. I considered taking a swing at him, but decided that was spectacularly futile and kept my balled fist at my side.
Now, where to begin? There are many things I wish to tell you, but unfortunately, our time is limited. As such, the information I can provide is also limited. I have chosen two things of great importance to tell you.
Yeah?
First, I will tell you about termites.
What?
In retrospect,
Why?
that's a rather odd thing to say. imagine you look rather bewildered right now. Perfectly understandable. The person who kidnapped you and threatened you with death is lecturing you about insects. I suspect it hardly seems fair. Nonetheless, this is very important. In a way, it will determine your fate. So I ask that you listen carefully.
Determine our fate?
Have you ever seen a termite mound?
No.
They are splendid structures. Some might even call them works of art. Termites are natural architects, and their mounds are both structurally sound and make excellent use of space. So, are they following some sort of plan as they build? Are there termite blueprints detailing which room goes where? No, of course not. Each termite is simply an oblivious cog in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of termite DNA. It is doubtful an individual termite has any idea what its contributions are helping to create. But a human does. We can appreciate the elegant forms of their alien cathedrals. We can see the simple beauty of their perfect functionality. We can understand the splendid planning of their structure. In other words, only an intelligence of a higher order can understand the beauty of what the termite builds. Now, consider humans. Why are we alive? Why do we love and give birth? Why do we create? From where do our cultures spring? There are many theories, but no one knows the truth. We are oblivious cogs in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of human DNA.
Is this going anywhere?
No doubt you see now what this analogy is supposed to illustrate. Yes, I mean to say humans are not different from termites. We trudge through our lives with no greater understanding of our ultimate goal. You might say we don't understand what we're building. Only an intelligence of a higher order than ours can understand what we're doing. Imagine how we might look to such an intelligence. We may be building some structure so perfect and elegant, we can't even perceive it. Whatever it is, we've likely been building it on a dimension just above the ones we know since time immemorial. If we are like the termites, then what we've created is almost certainly something of tremendous beauty. And you are about to catch a glimpse of it.
What do you mean?
Or have you already? Well, that's enough on that subject, I think. Consider what I've said. Now, let's move on to the second topic. It is somewhat more immediately meaningful to your life, and, in fact, the lives of several billion other people.
Uh-huh.
I realize this is rather sudden, but I have a password for you. It is the password to disarm the bomb, numbered 1.
Another one? Bomb?
Are you ready?
Ah, fuck me. Give me a second. This sounds important. I need to write it down. Ah, pen. Okay.
I will only say this once.
Yeah?
Pay close attention.
Okay.
The password to disarm the number 1 bomb is BQZ RGJ DXR.
Okay, I got it. I had no idea what he was talking about. What bomb? Was he saying there were bombs too? If he guessed at my future confusion, he showed no sign of it.
That is the last of the information this message was meant to convey. Before I go, however, I have a warning.
Yeah?
You cannot tell any of your companions what you heard or saw here.
Why not?
If you do, you will be penalized.
What?
Immediately. I hope we will meet again someday. We would have much to discuss.
Wait! God damn it, you can't just spout all that crap and disappear. I found myself yelling at empty air. The hologram had disappeared. Ugh. What kind of an idiot does he take me for? Termites? Other dimensions? How could that have anything to do with kidnapping us? Shit. I kicked out a nearby shelf.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Hold on, so is this stuff being, like... Okay, Director's Office, bomb deactivation code 1. Because we got another one of those, too. Bomb number 0 deactivation code. Ah, crap. I need to get back. Not like there's any point in staying here. I spun around and ran out of the room towards the warehouse.
Grandpa! Look! Mr. Sigma's back!
Took you long enough.
Where were the others?
AB rooms.
They went in already?
Yep.
Why didn't you two? Have you been waiting for me?
Yeah. Grandpa said there was something he had to tell you before we voted, no matter what.
What? What's so important that you had to wait? Oh?
Nothing that significant. Just wanted to tell you we're going to choose ally this round.
Oh.
That's it.
Okay. And you had to tell me that no matter what? Seems kind of pointless. I mean, words are cheap. You can promise whatever you want.
True, but we've got something to back it up.
Yeah? What?
Just hear me out.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Quark and I both have 8 BP.
Yeah?
We're already on the home stretch.
Yes.
So what do we need to get to the magic number? Well, we need you to choose ally. If you do that, it doesn't really matter to us what we pick.
Yeah? You'd get to 9 whether you got 2 or 3 points.
Exactly. That being the case, we don't have any reason to betray you. And if we both choose ally, we both gain points.
Yeah, but that's pointless because Sigma can't get 9 points. True, but you must have considered that I'll choose Betray. That would mean you choose Betray to protect yourselves.
But that's why we're telling you we won't choose Betray.
Mm-hmm.
Can I trust you?
Of course.
Alright, tell me one thing. Let's say we do this and both ally. Everybody gets 2 points. That means you and Quark will have enough to leave, which is great for you, but I'll be stuck with a measly 5. How do I know you aren't going to just open the number 9 door and leave us in the
I
lurch?
can guarantee it.
How?
I can give you my word. I will not open the number 9 door, even if I have enough points to do so. I swear it. We aren't going to abandon everybody else just so we can escape.
I swear too. I promise.
Man. So all you guys a promise, huh?
When I make a promise, I keep it. Trust me.
Please! You've got to trust us!
Alright, fine. I'll trust you.
2 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
I mean, he kept his promise before.
We're counting on you, Sigma.
You gotta choose ally. You promised.
Yeah. With that, they turned and ran into the AB room, second from the right. Well, guess I should get moving. Why do we always end up in the room where the dead woman was? I mean, they have a point. Our choice really doesn't matter anymore.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
I mean, I am going to have to go back and pick Betray. But I had a decision to make. Should I trust Quark and Tenmyoji? Well, I could believe they were telling the truth and still betray them. That would bring my BP to 6. I'd be that much closer to 9. And choosing Betray would guarantee that they wouldn't try and escape without the rest of us. Betrayal seems like the safe bet. But...
Please! You've gotta trust us. You've gotta choose ally. You promised.
Tenmyoji I could betray easily enough, but Quark? What the hell was I going to do?
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Sigma, why do you always wait till the last second?
2, 1.
Now, I haven't forgotten about the fact that Tenmyoji stabbed us in the back and betrayed us in the first round. But at the same time, I don't have any problems with Quark. And we did promise, so I am going to pick ally.
Round 3 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Alright, you better not have been tricking me.
Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
I mean, do we really even need to look at the results? We don't really. It doesn't really matter for Sigma.
Results from round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
You fucking bastards! I knew I shouldn't trust these chuckle fucks ever!
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Hey! What the hell, guys? Why'd you betray me?
Quark had nothing to do with this.
Why'd you lie to
I
me?
made the vote.
Grandpa.
So your promise was bullshit! I get it now! Alright, fine. Why'd you break your promise,
I
Tenmyoji?
only promised you one thing. We wouldn't open the number 9 door, even if we got 9 points.
What? So, you're not going to leave?
That's what I said. Of course we're going to leave.
What?
Look, see Clover over there?
What? Oh, you can't be serious!
Oh no.
See, this is exactly why I thought when Clover tried to seduce Sigma before. She was gonna pull this shit.
Jeez.
That bitch!
Wait. Quark and Tenmyoji have...
The words were barely out of her mouth when Tenmyoji and Quark ran past.
No! God damn it!
Clover, are you really going to leave?
Well, yeah. Why else would I open the door?
But why?
I'm going to go call the others, so we can capture Zero Senior.
Tenmyoji, are you and Quark going too?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
I cannot believe this shit.
Sorry, everybody.
You're not sorry at all. Don't lie to me.
So, Sigma, happy?
No!
Kept my promise. Clover opened the door, not me.
Go to hell, you old bastard. Like hell I'm happy. That's some shady shit, Tenmyoji.
Say so. I have to get out of here, and that's that. He's got to pay for what he's done.
He?
Zero.
You mean you know who Zero Senior is?
Yeah.
You?
We're keeping it a secret now, I suppose. I
Uh-huh.
know exactly who Zero Senior is.
Yeah? Who?
What?
The number 9 door. has
Okay,
been
don't keep
opened.
us in suspense now.
It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Let's go. Come on, guys. Time to move.
Right.
Oh, wait! This is for you, Mr. Sigma.
Quark held something out. What the? I looked down to see 2 pieces of folded paper. What is this?
It's a letter. I wrote it in the director's office before the AB game. I wanted to tell you what kind of guy Grandpa is. So, read it, okay?
He pressed it into my hand.
See you later, Mr. Sigma.
Then he turned and ran towards the door, Tenmyoji and Clover following in his footsteps. So, are we going to be told who Zero Senior is? I was so surprised by the letter that I didn't even try to stop them. Before I could think of anything to say.
See you.
Goodbye.
Wait, are we... And we're not going to find out. Well, shit. I was kind of hoping we'd get some information.
Has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
So what about this letter?
Shit! They're gone.
All we can do now is hope they bring help back.
Indeed.
I agree.
I looked down at Quark's letter and slowly unfolded it. His handwriting was still slightly uneven, but he'd filled both pages with writing. Began to read. It was a really stormy day when he found me. He said the rain was coming down so hard it almost hurt, but somehow he managed to hear a baby crying. I guess I must have been crying pretty loud. He took me home and did his best to raise me, but he'd never been married or had a kid before, so I think it was really hard for him. He couldn't figure out how to mix the formula, so he was always carrying the directions around with him. Also, I guess I was a pretty picky eater, so if he didn't get the water to formula ratio just right, I wouldn't eat it. Guess I was kind of a pain, huh? But he didn't give up, and now here I am. When he found me, I was really, really small, and he was worried that I might not make it. That's why he named me Quark. A quark is a really, really small thing, and I was really, really small too. Grandpa didn't need to worry though, because it turned out that was pretty tough. When I was 1, he forgot I was sleeping in the bed of his truck and drove off. I rolled out and went off the back, but didn't even get scratched. What? That sounds terrible. I started walking when I was 2, and when he wasn't looking, I fell down the stairs? I didn't get hurt then either. When I was 3, I got really sick. I had a super high fever for a week, but eventually I got better. I guess you could say I'm pretty lucky. Anyway, I didn't really have any more accidents after that, and I was a pretty healthy kid. By the time I was 6, I'd started helping Grandpa out with his work. His job was to gather junk from abandoned buildings. Then he'd fix it up or pull out the useful parts and sell them. There were plenty of abandoned buildings, but finding good stuff in them was hard. You had to know which parts were useful, or you could end up wasting a bunch of time. Every time I'd find something, he'd explain to me what it was, how it was supposed to work, how to fix it, all sorts of things. Usually though, I just wanted to finish up work so I can go to the theater. The theater came to our town once a week in a wagon. They'd showed old news or movies. I went every single week, but Grandpa only went once in a while, and he'd only go weeks they'd showed movies. Oh yeah, I didn't know that I'd been adopted until I was 7. One of the other kids on my block told me. I guess after Grandpa found me, he looked all over town to try and find somebody who would take me. The kid from my block actually had a mom, and he'd asked her if she would take me too. I gotta admit, I was pretty shocked when I heard that. There weren't a lot of kids with parents around, so hearing that somebody lived with his actual mom was pretty impressive. I was also kind of surprised that Grandpa had tried to get someone else to take me. Did that mean he didn't want me? The kid who told me about Grandpa trying to get rid of me was a real jerk. He was totally spoiled. He bragged to everybody about how he had a mom. He liked to come up to me while I was working and say stuff like, "Must be hard not having a mother." It never bothered me before, but after I found out that Grandpa had adopted me, I started to think that maybe he didn't really want me. If I could work on my own, then he can get rid of me. I was scared to know the truth, so I never asked him. Then one day, he took me to a bar in our neighborhood. During the day, of course. He went there sometimes to drink scotch, but I'd never gone before. When we got in, he just walked up to the counter with that grumpy look he has, and I thought, oh no, he's gonna make me work here, but I was wrong. I saw him pass something to the bartender, and then he picked me up and sent me down on a stool next to the counter. The stool was pretty high, especially for a 7-year-old kid, and my legs just dangled off of it. It seemed really, really high to me, and I was pretty nervous. Eventually, the bartender came back over with a glass of scotch and another big glass full of something else. As I looked closer, I realized that the second glass was full of some sort of brown liquid with a scoop of ice cream in it. It took me a minute to realize what it was. A root beer float. I'd never seen one before. I was so surprised. Root beer was even more expensive than the nicest alcohol in the bar. To me and the other kids, it seemed more like an urban legend than a real drink. But there it was, right in front of me. I stared at the float, I still wasn't sure it was real at that point, and then turned to look at Grandpa. He looked back at me. I didn't know what to do, so I turned to the bartender. He'd already turned around and moved off, though, so I figured he must have put the glass down in front of me on purpose. It still didn't seem like it could be real, and I was just staring at it when Grandpa told me to hurry up and drink it before the ice cream melted. His rough voice sounded like an angel's. "Is this really mine?" He nodded. Words can't describe how awesome it was. I'd never tasted anything like root beer before. The creamy sweetness of the ice cream made my entire head feel light. I felt like the luckiest boy in the whole world. That's not an exaggeration, I really thought that. The root beer float was delicious, but what made me even happier was Grandpa. When I looked over at him, he was smiling. I know that's gotta be hard for you to imagine, but he really was. Right then, I didn't care whether he just found me and adopted me or not. He brought me a root beer float. That made me way luckier than some kid who had a mother but never had tasted root beer. Of course, after he left the bar, he was the first kid I bragged to. So Grandpa and I were doing pretty good. Until the fight. What? I was in a super bad mood that day. I'd torn one of my shoes that morning and some old drunk guy had yelled at me. All the junk I found was totally useless. The day was almost over and I was fed up, so I just grabbed some random trash and took it back to the house. Oh no, not again with this music. When I showed what I found to Grandpa, he frowned. He started going through each thing I brought back, explaining why they were all useless. I got really mad and just yelled, "I don't care!" Then he got mad. I couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. I was pretty upset, and I started thinking that maybe Grandpa had only adopted me so he could raise me to work and make money for him. After a while, I went and hid in an abandoned building, but by then I started to calm down, think that maybe I should go back and apologize. It had started raining pretty hard though, so I decided I should wait for it to stop. But that was just an excuse. The truth was I was nervous. Part of me knew I'd done something wrong, but I didn't want to admit it. The rain didn't stop though, so I just sat there staring out at the gloomy gray sky. I imagined Grandpa coming to get me. It kept raining all night, and he never showed up. I gave up waiting and decided it was time to go home. I was about halfway there when I heard somebody groaning. At first I thought I should just ignore it and not get involved, but I went over anyway and it was Grandpa. He was totally soaked. I could tell right away that he'd been there for a really long time. I yelled and he opened his eyes a little bit. He smiled weakly and said he was glad I was safe. He'd spent all night out in the rain looking for me. I felt awful. Grandpa had been out in the rain looking for me so long that he collapsed. I was horrible. He'd heard me crying in the rain, but I hadn't heard him. As I ran to get the doctor, I promised whatever God might be listening that if they would only save Grandpa, I'd never ask for another root beer float ever again. He got a real bad fever and his temperature wouldn't go down for days. The doctor said if it kept up, he'd die. If he died, then I'd be all alone. There wouldn't be anybody left to care about me. The thought of that happening terrified me. Fortunately, I must have passed some of my luck onto Grandpa, because a week later his fever finally broke. I was glad he wasn't going to die, but I was also a little scared. What if he had decided he didn't want a stupid kid like me around anymore? My plan was to apologize as soon as he woke up, but when the moment came, my brain just stopped. Grandpa started to talk, and it took me a minute to realize he was apologizing. I didn't know what to think. He explained that he was an old man, and that meant he was probably going to die sooner rather than later. He was strict with me because he wanted to make sure I'd be able to make it on my own after he was gone, but maybe he'd been a little too strict. All of the things I'd worried about had been stupid and selfish. Grandpa cared about me a whole lot. He'd been worried when I ran off, and he'd gone out into the rain to look for me. I tried to apologize, but when I opened my mouth, I just started crying. I don't think I've cried that much since I was a baby. But he just smiled and patted my head. I asked him if he'd ever regretted adopting me. His eyes got all wide and he said, "Of course not." He told me that he was looking for a really important lady, and because of that, he'd had to give up on pretty much everything else in his life. But when he took me in and started raising me, he felt like he'd gotten some of what he lost back. That was when I decided I'd stay with him forever, even if he said I couldn't. But there's still one question I have. Why is he looking for Akane? That's it, though? That's the end? That didn't really answer anything, though. We basically just got Quark's backstory. Alright, well, we already saw the credits before, so I'm just gonna... That's the Tenmyoji ending. In Root Beer Veritas. Saw Tenmyoji's ending. Huh. I was not expecting Quark's backstory in Tenmyoji's ending. We didn't get basically any new information from about Tenmyoji besides the Akane picture, which is kind of suspicious. Why does he have a picture of Akane as a kid? But I think what we're going to have to do is we're unfortunately going to have to do some betraying next time. Because we have to betray here, and we have to betray here, and then we're going to get probably 2 bad endings, and then we're going to go over here, and we're going to pick betray again, and we're going to go down this fuck fest, and we're going to see what happens here, and then we're going to go down this nightmarish hellhole, and then see what lies beyond the cyan door. But we have codes for 2 different bombs. But we haven't run into any bombs yet. So what's the deal with that? Anyway, we're going to go back here, and then we'll go back to Clover, and then, you know. So, we will start the Ambidex game, wait for the door to close, and then save the game again.
1 minute.
Yeah, shut up. So we have a decision to make, which we'll do next time. And we already know what the choice is. We are going to betray a lot. A den of betrayal awaits next time, along with bad endings galore, I bet. So, I will see you then.